Hey y'all, it's Friday, April 17th, and it's time to get warmed up. We're gonna start by doing a 200 meter. If all else fails, 30 seconds out, 30 seconds back. Then, something you can hold on to, a wall, PVC pipe, a box, to support you while you do fence drills. Front to back 10, cross body 10, donkey kickbacks 10 before you switch to the other side. Then we're gonna start 2 rounds of the following. PVC pipe, back, feet narrow, head to tailbone moves as one piece as we do 20 good mornings. We're looking for that tailbone and that head to move in one moving piece, soft knees. After 20 of those, we don't need our PVC pipe until the next round, but I need 10 amazing push-ups. So we are going to have our hands up, touching our chest, pushing away, or we're on the ground, touching our chest, keeping our thighs away from the ground, and pushing away for 10 solid reps. From there, we're gonna do moving inchworms. Moving inchworm is going to be hands down, moving one hand distance at a time. From there, we'll stop the hands, and we're gonna move our feet, keeping our legs as straight as possible, as long as possible, before we move into the next one. 5 inchworms. Grab a weight, something that you can do 10 of the following with. Strict high pulls, right, then left. 10 of each, followed by 10 strict presses, bicep finishes by head, hand over hip, over heel, 10 on the right and 10 on the left. Finishing each round with 5 tuck jumps. 2 feet off the ground, knees come up, 5 times. It's time for our workout. You have 14 minutes to complete 4 rounds of the following. Everybody's gonna get started with a 200 meter weighted run. That same 200 meter, 30 seconds out, 30 seconds in, that we did in the warm up. What could you use for a weighted run? I'm glad you asked. Slam ball, top notch. Med ball, yes please. A weighted backpack, say no more. 200 meters with your weighted object. Then everybody comes inside and is gonna complete 20 kettlebell swings. So you got a kettlebell, great. Grab the kettlebell, hinge, just like a good morning. Pop those hips open, pull the finish with the arms, hands over shoulders, over hips, over feet. You've got 20 reps. Don't have a kettlebell? Don't worry. With the dumbbell, it is awkward. You're gonna have a mixed grip, but the movement is the same. Hinge, open the hips, pull to finish. Don't have either of those? Grab your weighted item, the best you can, and swing. Now, I do understand that there's gonna be some limitations based on item or shoulders, and what I'm looking for at the end of the day is that from the heel all the way up to the hips, all the way to the shoulders, is a straight line. Where our arms are will vary based on what equipment we're using and what our mobility is. So everyone's gonna get their range of motion as long as this stays sound and in place. After those 20 reps, we are going to do some box jumps. 10 box jumps. 2 feet off the ground, 2 feet, stand to finish. Don't worry, I checked earlier. The boxes still bite even though we're outside of the gym. Make sure you pick your knees up and your feet, both of them, clear the box and land on the box. Well, you don't have a box, that's okay. You can do 10 tuck jumps. Bringing your knees to your chest just like the warm up. 10 times. I advise you to pause before going right into the next one. Instead of bounding, it's a lot on your feet and your knees along with the running. So 1 at a time, landing, resetting, and resetting. 4 rounds, 14 minutes, get it done. We're gonna finish the day with 3 rounds for quality movement. The first thing we're gonna do is 20 alternating top down bench presses. So I'm gonna just show you without a bench because there are options. A sandbag, a slam ball, and a med ball are all options, as well as a box. Med ball is the best bang for my buck, and since I have one, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna grab my matching pair of dumbbells, and if you don't have a matching pair, that's okay. Instead of doing 20 alternating, you're gonna do 10 each side, similar to the box. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use the ground, and I'm gonna prop myself up mid-back onto the ball. Make sure your dumbbells are within reach, and bringing them up. Now I'm gonna have to support myself, so a little extra work here. From here, down with one, the other stays up. I'm gonna press to finish 1, 2, until I've completed 20 total. Now, if you have that box, it does work as a bench. However, you can only do one arm at a time, but I can still use both. If I were gonna be doing sets here, a pad or a towel might be helpful. So what you're gonna have to do is try this out without weight. Make sure you're comfortable with it. But I'm gonna lay back, and I'm gonna go shoulder blade off the box for comfort. Head on, I'm gonna bring my back nice and tight, plant my feet, and even though I'm only gonna be moving one side, I will keep the other hand with the dumbbell. Remember, if you only have one, don't you worry about it. You're gonna give me 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Careful on the get down with the box. Give it a go, 20 reps total. You have no slam ball, med ball, sandbag, box, bench. Don't worry, let's turn this into a floor press. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you with my feet that way. I'm gonna grab my bells and place myself on the ground. When I lay back, my feet will be planted and the bells will go over, and I wanna make sure that my shoulder blades are together and locked. Same thing, I'm gonna lower one at a time, being mindful of my elbow coming to the ground and pressing out. We wanna lightly touch the ground and press out. You will get 20 alternating reps, just like those using the med ball or the box. Get it done. Then we're gonna do 6 to 10 handstand push-ups. That range is gonna just depend on you and what's most challenging. Let's start at the wall and progress from there. This is your wall, so if you puncture a hole in it, that's your wall. So if you are doing this against the wall and you find that kipping is too easy, then do them strict. If strict and kipping can be blended, then do that. Otherwise, kipping is a go. Now remember that when you do your handstand push-ups on the wall, that it begins with your body in a handstand position. From the handstand, we lower down, and then we press out to finish. If we're not there, or maybe we need to mix and match, a box, an ice cooler, a chair, a couch, something where we can elevate our feet is a great option. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put our hands down first, safety, feet up second. Now, knees down is gonna be a little bit more helpful, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna open and push our armpits towards our thighs. When I bring my head to the ground, I'm going to bring it downward in a diagonal, softly touching and pushing away. Same thing can be done on the toes. Now, if we're not there yet, don't you worry. Let's go to a downward dog. So I can bend my knees as needed. I will, same thing, start with open shoulders, come forward diagonally, touch, press to finish. 6 to 10 reps. Now we're gonna do 6 to 8 half kneeling single arm presses with the tempo. So we're gonna add some count to this. You only need one weighted object. I'm gonna start in a kneeling position. Now we see that my right knee is down, so that means my right arm is gonna be working. From here, my other arm is free of body so that I have to balance. Back toe, however you want. Find whatever makes you feel stable. The tempo, 1, 2, completely stop, that's a 1 second pause. 1, 2, completely stop, that's the 1 second pause. 1, 2, stop. 1, 2, stop. You've got 6 to 8 depending on what you find most challenging, and then switch. Whatever knee is down, the bell is in, the equipment is in that hand. 1, 2, stop. 1, 2, stop. Get your presses on. Finishing up a round will be a 100-meter farmer's carry. So if you have a ton of different things, that means you have a ton of different options. Yeah, I still got that baking soda. So what we're gonna do is I have the option to carry the exact same weight in each hand. I can use my 20-pound dumbbells, walk 50, come back 50. Or I can switch it up. When we switch it up and we're mismatched and our weights are different, my backpack that doesn't even weigh 10 pounds and my 13.5-pound baking soda, I'm uneven and my body has to work to keep myself neutral. So that's why I do like the ability to mismatch. So if you are gonna do something that's mismatched or you only have one item, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go down 50, switch, come back 50. So just so we're clear, I would go down 50 meters, and then I come back. Or I go down, and I come back. What's a 100-meter farmer carry? I timed it. It's 30 seconds out and 30 seconds back. Have fun with these 3 rounds for quality. Hope to see you soon.